Okay. This is the speaking test of the International English Language Testing System taking place now online. The candidate is Abhay. The candidate number is 0143278. The examiner is Jason. Examiner number 443533. Good afternoon. My name is Jason. Would you please tell me your full name?
Good afternoon. My name is Abhijit Lal.
Great. And can I see your identification, please?
Yeah, that's my identification.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Now, in this first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about your hometown. What kind of place is your hometown?
Uh, my hometown is Jamshedpur. Jamshedpur is a small city which is located in the eastern part of India, and the the city which is close to it is Calcutta.
Great. What do young people do for entertainment in your hometown?
Like in my hometown, for entertainment, people go for parties or for watching movies or to spend some time in park or to go for a long drive.
Great. What is the worst thing about living in your hometown?
That's like I have not experienced till yet. Like what is the worst thing about living in my hometown? There is certainly not a worst experience living because it's a quite a safe place over here.
Okay, great. I'd like to move on and ask you some questions about tourism in your country. What should a visitor see and do in your country?
Like India is quite familiar with tourism. There are quite many there are quite tourist attractions in India. Like the famous, the one of the small wonders is the Taj Mahal, which
Mhm.
is situated in Agra, and it was built by uh, ancient emperor for his
Okay,
wife.
nice. Are there any traditional art or music that you would recommend?
Tradition. Like in India, festivals are more traditional. People over here are more religious. They are very kind to celebrate their festivals. Like the festive month starts in India is about in October. The festive month starts. The main festival starts from the month of October, which is the great Durga Puja, which is in which the goddess Durga is worshipped for around 10 days, and after that, the festivals get started in India.
Okay, nice. Tell me about the kind of visitors who come to your country.
Like the visitors which visit India, like I have not seen, but I've not seen many, but which I have seen them. I have seen like most of them are like Americans or some African peoples which are I'm sorry, like I'm getting a little bit not getting the words.
Okay, that's okay. Let's move on and talk about being on time for appointments. Is being late acceptable in your culture?
I don't think so. Like being late is not acceptable anywhere. If somebody is going for a job interview and he if he or she is late, then the interviewer will directly assume that he's not punctual to his work. So uh, so so he won't take him and he will directly reject that guy or that girl.
Nice. Are you ever late for appointments?
Uh, like I don't remember that much, but I assume that I have never been late. If I am late because of traffic, because of traffic, because in India traffic is much more. Like
Mhm.
people get late because of traffic because the roads are quite narrow in some places, or in some places in the cities. Like yeah,
Okay. What type of excuses do you think are all right for lateness?
like people are always they'll they'll have some excuses like they'll get that they're going to sleep late because of some stress they are facing in their family, also facing stress themselves with their company or with their job. So that's the reason they give excuses. They are getting late for a particular thing.
Nice. Okay, thank you. This is the end of part one. Now I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you
Okay.
talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say and you can make notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understood. Yeah.
Okay, and you can use some paper and a pencil to make notes. Okay, and I'm going to
Okay.
share the topic with you. Okay, can you see that?
Yes, I can see that.
Okay, your 1 minute preparation time starts now. Okay, your 1 minute is over. Please begin speaking.
The most important thing which I have for my use is a mobile phone. Well, like everybody has a mobile phone these days. Like mobile phone is being a like it is the most important device to a human being. I use my mobile phone for entertainment, for watching news, for watching. If I'm stuck anywhere to grab some knowledge, and uh, and to call someone who is staying millions mile away. I had my like I'm using my telephone from the last 7 years, and it it is quite reliable to me. And the brand which I'm using, it's an Samsung phone, uh, which is one of the biggest company as related to phone. It employs more than 100,000 people who work over there, and it's a Korean company. I got it from I bought it when I was working for an organization. From that payment, I got it from my I got it itself.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, we've been talking about something you own, which is very important to you. And now I'd like to ask you some questions related to this, okay?
Okay.
First, let's consider values and the way they change. What kinds of possessions give status to people in your country?
Like in my country, in India, if a person is having a house, a car, or he's working in a good organization, then they'll give a good status so that then some people will have, then he can be recognized as a good person or as a good personality.
Okay, why do you think this is like that?
Because the education system in India is quite high. Like it's very like if people are well educated over here, they'll get they'll have a good personality here themselves. Like they'll work for good companies. They'll get good people to interact every day.
Okay, wonderful. Has it always been the same, or were different possessions thought of as valuable in the past?
No, this sometimes it has been changed for some guys. For my colleagues, I have recently seen some of my colleagues who were working in a good organization. Uh, Due to this pandemic, they were said like their jobs were actually gone because of this the global pandemic, pandemic which is facing right now. So I don't think like if people are getting well educated or they are so
Nice.
everybody's suffering now.
Okay. Why do you think people need to show their status in society?
People need to show this status in the society because they want to be quite nice to everyone,
Mhm.
and they need to be quite interactive. So that's the reason they show their status in the society that they are quite
Okay, can you give me, for instance, can you bring up an example?
like for example, I would say like one of my neighbors who is staying beside us, like he always show his status like he's having two or three cars. His home is fully air conditioned, like he thinks like he's the one of the richest guy in this society.
Okay, now we'll discuss the role of advertising. Do you think advertising influences what people buy?
Yeah, it's advertisement is a part of people are getting influenced to buy a particular product because the way the advertisement is produced on a TV or on a phone, the way it is uh, presented, people are getting more excited to buy that product and they're going to the shop because they're getting the details before after seeing the advertisement, and they are going straight to the shop to buy that product. Yeah.
Do advertisements give correct information, or do they encourage people to buy things that they may not need?
Yes, it encourages people as advertisement has encouraged me a lot. Whenever I see a new advertisement about a particular product, I'm always getting excited that when this product is getting to be launched, or 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 when the product is on sale.
Okay,
Like
do they normally give correct information?
yeah, sometimes they give right information, but I have to check it when I visit the shop to buy it.
Great. Is advertising really necessary in modern society?
Advertisement is very important in the modern society these days. Like everybody is depending on advertisement nowadays.
Okay,
L-
do you yourself care about it?
Yeah, if I'll get opportunity, like I will create a advertisement of at any product, I'll create a advertisement and I will present in such a way that the product gets sale, more sale as soon as it is launched.
Okay, thank you very much. This is the end of the speaking test. Okay, you can relax now. And I'm going to add up your score now, just very shortly, about 1 minute. Then we're going to get to the feedback part, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so before I share your band score, how do you think it was?
I think it was like,
You were a little bit nervous, I think.
yeah, I thought, like when speaking, like I need to get some practice on this. Like I
Great.
have not been that. This is the first time like I'm contra talking to
When
people
when
online
is your real test?
on 10th of May, 5 days after 5 days.
Okay, great. Your band score would be 6, okay,
Okay.
uh, which is, I think, a good band score. Okay. Uh, in terms of fluency and coherence, okay, uh, you were actually speaking easily. Okay, you were answering the questions with no main maybe problem, no serious issue, but sometimes you had the hesitation. Okay, you're not sure what you are using as the language. I mean, the vocabulary, for instance, it's right or not. So that's the problem that you have to work on. Okay, you can go for uh, different and deeper sources for studying and record yourself. It's very important when it comes to different topics. For instance, try to go for uh, common topics for IELTS speaking. Okay, try to speak about the topic and record yourself. And when you listen to yourself, you can understand that you are not using something that you actually want, or maybe you know something more, which is your passive knowledge. Okay, you can make it active. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I have to make more interactive. Yeah.
Exactly. You have to speak about something, record yourself, then listen to yourself. Then you will figure out that what problems you have in different topics. For example, you might be able to talk about foods easily without any problem, but about environment, it might be a little hard for you to speak. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. And for vocabulary, actually, you were talking about different topics without any particular problem, but you didn't have a wide range of vocabulary. Okay,
Okay.
you could
Yeah.
you could use a wider range of vocabulary. For instance, when you said some people sleep late for being, I think, late for a meeting or appointment, you could say some people oversleep.
Okay. Over.
Okay,
Yeah.
more appropriate words. And sometimes you need to paraphrase. You don't have to repeat what I say or the exact thing in the question. For instance, you said uh, I use something. Okay, sorry, you said that some visitors visit India. Okay,
Yeah.
you can use more collocations like pay a visit. Okay, for instance, people of different nationalities, okay, pay my country a visit normally in summer. Okay, so it's better
Okay.
to use a wider range of vocabulary and idiomatic expressions like phrasal verbs and sayings. And for grammar, you didn't have uh, any big problem in grammar, but you could use a wider range of them again. Okay, your problem is not having mistakes. Okay, your problem is using a wider range of vocabulary and grammar. Okay, which is
Yeah.
okay only by practicing. Don't worry about it. Okay, you can practice
Okay.
and easily get it better. You use present perfect very well properly. Okay, so you can go for other tenses when you can use them. Use if clauses. Use comparative structures. Okay, for example,
Can you
you can
please
say,
repeat it again? Like I could not hear you. What did you say? 2 minutes. Can you please repeat it again?
sure, sure. I mean, for a wider range of grammar, you could use if clauses or comparisons. For instance, you can say, uh, if it hadn't been for my mobile phone, I would I would have never visited, for example, a website, okay, to take the IELTS exam. Okay,
Okay.
third conditional. Understand me? For example, you say, if there is a heavy traffic, okay, I'm always late for work
Okay.
or for my appointments. And the pronunciation, your pronunciation is kind of quite well. I mean, sometimes I couldn't understand what you were saying in some parts because
Okay.
of the mispronunciation of the words like traffic. Okay, I don't remember exactly what you said, but you didn't pronounce it properly and correctly. And advertisement, it's not advertisement. Okay, it's advertisement, not advertisement. Uh, for pronunciation, you can go for word stress, sentence stress, and intonation. Okay. For example, when I say I told you, or when I say I told you, okay, and I say
Yeah.
I told you, the meaning of the sentence gets changed here. Okay. So it's very
Okay.
important. It's very important to follow these patterns. For this part, there are a lot of podcasts on our website, okay, British-based podcasts, which can help you uh, get a better understanding of pronunciation and even improve your listening as well. And there are some material we can share with you for collocations and vocabulary for free. Don't worry about it, okay?
Yeah.
It will,
Yeah.
it will help you get a better range of vocabulary, sometimes grammar, okay, for your speaking.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, it was a great interactive. Like you gave me a positive feedback. Like where should I improve? Or
Great.
like in which part should I focus more? Like in my vocabulary or the grammar part?